Good morning, everyone. Happy day to you. Running late, as per usual. Was trying so hard to have a nice, thorough workout, get my workout in, because I've been really slacking on my workouts, just in the sense of like finishing them completely and like fully doing my sets and whatnot. So this morning I was like, do your workout, do it nice and well, and now here we are. Oh man, yeah, my skin is like recovering from my horrific period breakouts. Okay, so lots of sunscreen today. This is my La Roche-Posay tinted sunscreen. Honestly, I just love the color of this, especially when I have my fake tan on. It just matches so nicely, you know? So let's continue playing. Honestly, I know I picked up the Glossier concealers, but I think I'm just gonna stick with my tried and true, currently my NYX Bear With Me concealer, and just put this on. It's funny because like we've now been living here in our house for, well, it's coming up on 2 years, but it's been a year and a half. We moved in officially in July, so it's been a year and a half, and we still just like can't factor the drive in. Like we're just still not used to it in terms of like planning our timing. And I don't love this as my trait, but I'm not good at getting my life together. I am a big procrastinator, and therefore in my daily life that just leads me to being late a lot of the time, and I don't love that. I would love to kick that in the butt, but it is true, and today is no different. So whenever we have to be downtown, Dan and I both just find ourselves scrambling. We're so useless with that, honestly. Truly. So yeah, we're headed downtown today. We've got an event, which is exciting. And, you know, I've been spending a lot of my days, like we have a really busy schedule coming up, like leading into April and May, obviously like every day May. I know it's crazy that we're already mentioning that, but it's something we have to plan for. And yeah, we honestly just have a crazy couple of weeks coming up. So we've kind of just been chilling a little bit and dealing with things at home and kind of just prepping ourselves as much as possible. So we haven't really been getting out much. And so then we're like, oh my God, right, life. So I am doing a quick makeup today. And I was reading your guys' comments on my last vlog, and a few of you mentioned just like your experience with Retin-A, and I really appreciate you guys letting me know how it's been going and a few products you've been loving. And someone had mentioned the Biossance oil, and I was like, oh, I have that oil, let me put that on. So I put it on my face today. Haven't worn it in a while, and I just put it on top. So I'm gonna do a little bit of oil soaking. Thanks to that recommendation very much, but that also means that I need a little bit more powder today. So I got dressed before doing my makeup because this turtleneck in particular has a really tight neck, and if I put it on, actually there is a little bit there from the last time, if I put it on after, it just like wipes my whole face away. It's so sad. So I did get dressed prior to doing my makeup. I'll show you that after, but let's try out the Tower 28, continue playing with this one. This is nice and warm and bronzy, even though it is their sculpting cream. It is much warmer than, for example, the new Milk Makeup one we tried. Oh, I still have to try the Nude Sticks one, actually. We shall do that another day. But I just want to see which ones are my faves so I can do a little spring makeup switch up. But I'm gonna put this one on and put it all over. As always, it is so, you guys, the weather has been stunning. The weather has been so gorgeous. Oh, having the sun out is just like, you wake up with, there's just a difference. There's a difference in the air. You can feel it. You can smell it. When the world starts to wake up in the spring, and it's like, oh, that is the beauty of living in a place with seasons. I don't think you have maybe that same appreciation for the weather that you might if you live in a place that just has like nice weather consistently. Like, it is so much sweeter when the springtime rolls around. I'll give you that. Dan and I were both talking about that recently, being like, is it something we actually want? Like, I know we joke all the time about wanting to live in a warmer place, but we're like, do we? Or do we actually like appreciate having the seasons? And even though I do bitch and moan, I really do love sweater weather and coat weather. And yeah, when the spring rolls around, it is just so lovely. Anyway, there's some random thoughts for you on this fine day. Forgive me for the speed at which I'm going to be doing this makeup, but that's just life sometimes, isn't it? I really want to get better. Actually, I like that the Tower 28 is in the compact because it forces me to use a brush with it, and I want to get away from like wiping the product onto my face and actually go in with the brush. I find that just makes the makeup look better and doesn't wipe everything away. You know what I mean? Like, instead of going like this with the compact, with the product, just going straight in with the brush onto it, and then hopefully that will just help everything look a little bit nicer, because sometimes I do find that I can wipe the bases off underneath. Also, when I filmed my little new makeup review, I fully thought that this was just like limited edition packaging because this is the original Merit blush packaging, but I didn't realize they updated all of it. It's like new packaging. It looks so good. It does look so much better as someone who loves a good gold compact. I think it's compact. I think it's super beautiful. And this is the shade Stockholm. I love this nice, it's a little bit warmer than my typical fresh pinks, but it's a nice warm. It's not like that corally color. Like I really, really didn't like that Charlotte Tilbury blush. And that's just for me and my skin tone personally. I never have found that I enjoy like the more corally, more peachy tones on me. There's very specific tones that I feel like I enjoy, and it would be super interesting to do one of those like color wheel tests where they see what your colors are. But I think if you know, sit and stare at your face long enough and try different shades, I think you can pretty much have an understanding of what colors suit you best. And especially when it comes to like the grays and the creams, there's just those different tones that make you either feel amazing or feel really weird. So I really like this pink, just in case anyone cared. Okay, what should we do here? Let's do a little bit of the Hindash Carve. I'm just gonna pop that on my eye quick, do a little wash of this, blend that out with an eyeshadow brush, just putting that all over. Oh, I still have leftover sparkles on this brush, it would appear. I will. And I'm actually going to go into my little Inglot trio here and just dip into the 2 lighter shades and put that on my lower lash line. Just because I am still peeling, and I'm peeling like right here. And it's so funny that that is happening from this Retin-A product because I'm not even putting the product there necessarily. Like I'm not putting it around my eyes. So it is funny to me that it has been peeling there, but obviously it's just residual. I saw a few comments being like, you can't put it on your eyes. I'm like, I'm not putting it on my eyes. That's why it's so bizarre that I'm like peeling around my eyes and around my mouth because it's not where I've been putting it. But doing a little matte shadow will just kind of help with that, like just take the attention away from it almost. So putting some of that there. Then I pulled out this ColourPop Mighty Morphin Super Shock eyeshadow, which I believe I also just did the same thing, but this is such a pretty lid topper, and it's a little bit warmer, which is nice to go with the toasty little bronze look that we've got going on. Okay, I'm gonna spray this all in with my Benefit Professional setting spray. I know that I want to keep testing the NARS powder, but just because this is tried and true for me right now, I'm using this one. We're going to an event that is outside in the daylight, so I want my maximum stunning smoothness underneath my eyes. I don't want to mess with any other newness today. Patting that around my mouth, and then I will just do a little bit under the cheeks here. I'm going to take my Benefit Brow Gel, set those in. I filled my brows in beforehand just because it takes me the longest, and also when I fill in my brows, I'm literally like this. I just need to see up close, and if I'm in a hurry, I just got to get that done and over with, because everything else I can kind of slap on the brows. It's just the one thing I have to be super precise with, you know? And then I'm going to take the Fluff Up Brow, just to add a little bit more thickness and fluffiness right kind of in the center, honestly, center and towards the outer bits. It's giving fluff. All right, NYX Nude Beige Lip Pencil, here we go. Ooh, that needs a sharpen. I'm gonna wear this Hermes Beige Croisette number 10 lipstick, because I thought it was just so pretty. It's such a nice light satiny lip balm, and I think the color is really beautiful and like, oh wow, oops. Just like very classy lady feeling. I love the tone, and I truly just want to put this in my bag because the packaging is so beautiful. So I'm gonna bring that with me. And then mascara, just to ensure that there's absolutely zero transfer and zero flaking. Estee Lauder Double Wear. Stuff like this only happens when you're late. Okay, one final setting spray for good measure. I do think I need a little bit of glow back on my face, actually. So this is where I just love having this Laura Mercier All That Sparkles blush on hand, because it's got that glow and it just kind of mixes so nicely. It's just a perfect little blush topper. So I'm just gonna dot that on top, and it'll bring a little bit of glow there on the face. I'm wearing my H&M jeans, the Arch turtleneck. I'm going to put on my Nilly Lotan black belt. I've got my black Acne boots on. And then I've got my Anina Bing jacket that I bought I believe it was last spring, from the last year's spring collection. And this is my outfit of the day. Ready to go. made it downtown. We just got to the Fairmont Waterfront Hotel. And we're actually here for a Longines event. What a beautiful elevator. How cute is that? Wow. So this was not our usual event that we go to, but we got invited to go check out the novelties collection unveiling with Longines. And listen, you guys know, like, I'm an Apple Watch gal. It does conflict with my dressing up vibe, you know? If you guys see, like, at events and whatnot, I often take my watch off because, you know. Anyway, I was very curious to see. And we went to this event, and they basically gave us a tour of the collection. They had a member from Longines from Switzerland. His name was Daniel, and he was taking us through the whole collection. But you guys know, if you've been with me for a long time, you know how much I love history. I love old things, any old crumbling building, artifact, story, whatever. I love anything that has history, and I think it's just really cool any opportunity we're given to learn about something. And so they basically took us through the collection, and they had pieces. Apparently they have a museum like in Switzerland of all these old collections. The brand was founded in 1832. And this specific watch collection that they have reimagined is from an old collection that they had made for the Czech, like, fighter pilots back in, I think they said 1939, so it would have been right before World War II. And they had one of those original watches, like, with the Czech engraving in it. And if you guys don't know, like, my whole stepdad's family is Czech, and so I sent a picture of the watch to Henry, and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool! And they were just showing videos of these, like, old Czech pilots flying from back in the 30s and 40s, and very fascinating. Love to see a brand with, like, such a long history in doing what they're doing. And it was a brand that was new to both Dan and I, so that was really cool. And then obviously, like, to celebrate the pilot collection, they took us on a helicopter tour, and it could not have been a more beautiful day. Dan and I, we both tried to get as much of the shaky footage as we could, but we just, like, it was a quick, like, 20-minute tour, and you just take off from downtown Vancouver from the heliport right there, and you go on top of the mountain. Like, it's so crazy. What a dream. It was such a beautiful view and such a lovely event, and we got to learn a lot. So it was so, again, like, not our usual brand event, if you will, but really cool, and it was all new to us. And the more you know. The more you know. That collection in particular was men's watches, but they have, I was creeping the site, and they actually do refurbished vintage watches, and they don't have any available as of now for the women's, but they have some beautiful old, like, little gold vintage women's. I saw one from 1952. I'm like, I shall consider this for my future. Longines, you have sold me. And it was so fun. So Longines, thank you so much for having us. Now we have actually stopped because we're downtown. Obviously, gotta make use of our trips downtown. There was supposed to be an exciting closet update for you in this vlog. I mean, it's an exciting update for me, but, you know, something to film. A big update in the closet room, and it was supposed to happen this week. It's not. Now it's being pushed, which is annoying. One of the pieces was back ordered, but for a future update that I'll have for you, we need to buy some paint. So Dan actually just went in ahead of me to check it out, but we've just come to Benjamin Moore because we need to pick out which white paint we need for said future closet update. Hello. Good morning. Good day. It's been a few days since I've seen you, obviously, because you can tell by my hair washes how long it's been. But yeah, honestly, just not much to report over the last couple of days. One little life update. I completed the Hogwarts Legacy storyline. Now it's just open world, baby, and some remaining little quests. But for those of you who have been playing, you know, I completed the story. So there's a riveting life update. But currently in our house this morning, I thought I wouldn't have any update for you whatsoever, but it would appear as though I will have a closet room update. I don't know if you can hear them drilling upstairs, but they are here right now doing half of the install. So when they're done, I'll be able to show you guys what is being done, and I am so excited. Allow me to have a chat with you about that later, but I just thought I would preface this by saying I thought I wouldn't have anything to show you in this vlog, but alas, I will, and I'm very happy about it. Yay! Also, I had made a ton of orders trying to prep for like a spring clothing haul. I was looking for some new fun pieces to show you. Here's the returns that I need to do today of the 12,000 things that didn't work, which is great. But I do have some nice new pieces to show you guys, and I'm going to be setting up to film that today. I'm just waiting for them to be done upstairs, and then I can head out, do some returns. And also, I need to head to grab some things across the border. So that's the day. I'm excited to show you guys. Meryl's waiting outside. She's like, hello, let me in. Okay, so they just left, I think. They didn't say anything, but they left and the cars are gone. I'm like, oh, goodbye. How bizarre. Anyway, allow me to update you on the closet room. So here we are. I had to empty out half of it, obviously. Oh my gosh, it's so echoey without all the stuff in it. If any of you recall, this is one of the first things that we did before we even moved into the house. We had this set up. I had done this whole thing with California closets, and ever since it has been my biggest regret. Like, it was so unnecessarily expensive. I wish that from the start I had just gone with the like IKEA do-it-yourself option, because there's just so many things I ended up not liking about this, and that's the problem with doing something before you live in a space and seeing what works out. First of all, like forever I regret making it this room anyway and not putting it in one of our smaller spare bedrooms, because that is the side where the light comes in the morning. I don't actually get direct light in here, which is, you know, just whatever. And then when I was looking up the inspo, like all the photos that I had were open concept, like open shelving so I could see all the pieces. I had like a whole Pinterest board saved of all the photos that I loved, all the inspo. Like, I like to see things when I'm getting ready, you know? And also, like, I'd never really had enough to fill a closet before. So this is all obviously new to me and ridiculous. But the reason why I did this first is because at the time we needed to finish the basement, and that was going to be our studio. So I was like, I just need this to be done for when we move in so that I can film things in here right away. So that's why we did it first. And yeah, basically, like, I wish I had done more drawers. I wish I had done like closer, shorter shelving. And the other thing, when this was done, which I had no idea, you know, I kind of left it at the hands of the designer who was helping me with the closet. She made them halfway, like this is a half length. So when I hang my clothes, half of the hanger sticks out, and it drives me mad, especially from the side. It just looks like everything is like bulging out of the closet, and it has driven me crazy since day one, and it's not something I considered. And yeah, so there was a lot that drove me crazy with this room. And obviously I spend so much time in here. I film so much in here. So I actually did reach out to an interior designer and asked them like what the solution was. Obviously, like, going through California closets, this was not a cheap install. Again, my number one regret of things that we've done in this house. So I asked her to help me find a solution so that we can use the already existing things in here, but just to make it look much more clean, and ultimately decided to put doors on here. So I didn't know what they were actually doing today. I thought they were just coming to take like a final measurement, because this was actually supposed to be done fully a few weeks ago. We've kind of been in limbo. I guess one of the parts was back ordered, but they actually came in and outfitted the entire side. What do you call this? I don't know, the framing of it. So this is the original closet here, the halfway, and they just came in and installed the frame for the new size of the closet. And I didn't even know that they were putting this on the side. I had no idea. I thought this was just the doors, but you guys can see the sneak peek of what the closet doors are gonna look like. Look at, oh my gosh. So we got arches, obviously, because arches are a running theme in the house. And then it's this beautiful fluted wood. How stunning is this? The paint is off. We have to repaint everything, so ignore the difference in color. But how gorgeous is this? So this is the side, and this is basically gonna be all enclosed with those doors. So there's gonna be two big arches here and doors that pull out to give me full access. of the closet, and it'll all be closed in, and so much cleaner when I'm sitting here filming as a background, and even just to like take photos against. Oh my god, I'm so happy that this is finally happening. So they said that the doors should be here by the end of this week, so hopefully in the next vlog it'll all be done. But yeah, this is what they were doing today. I can't wait. Oh my god, I literally have goosebumps. I'm so excited. And another thing that we did, I actually took the big mirror out of here because it just felt too big for the room, honestly. And I don't know how much you guys like keep tabs on what we have in the house, but basically I have this mirror that I've had in the hallway for months and months and months now, and I actually just put it here in this little side door. So when I film, I bring the light in, I'll have my clothing rack that'll just go here along this wall, and everything will just be so much more clean and so much more calm in here. And yeah, I am so happy with this update. I can't reiterate enough the most expensive mistake I've made in the house thus far. So this has been sad, but I'm happy that it's finally gonna be coming together. So yeah, there's a little closet room update. And this, like, LOL at this mess right here, don't mind this, but this is my old console table from my old apartment in Vancouver. This is not gonna be here forever, but it's been working in the meantime, and I ordered this little light up mirror from Amazon, which has been nice, just to have the extra light when I'm sitting here filming, getting ready, and doing little TikToks and all that. So there's an update on the closet room. All my clothes are just piled on the bed right now. And Dan is actually currently putting drawers in his closet, which he's been waiting for them for weeks and weeks to be able to finish it. So it's all coming together up here, guys. In the same breath, I just realized I never updated you guys on our side tables. It's a little bit of a mess right now, don't mind, with my earplugs and chargers, but Dan had actually found these cute little vintage antique side tables. He bid on them in an auction, and I think I had posted it on my Instagram stories one day, but these are our current side tables. How nice! I love the little gold handles, the little detail here, so cute. Again, don't mind the situation of my side table. Shout out earplugs and mirror water. The books that I have not been reading. And this particular auction, Dan just said, was actually, what would you say? Were they cleaning out, selling? It was a whole thing of pieces from set decorations for movies and TV shows and whatnot. They had a huge auction with so many pieces, and snagged these, which are very cute. And then these paintings were also from my old apartment in Vancouver. And if we do eventually hang them above the bed, it actually goes with the side tables very well, which is cute. So it's a little bit of a darker vibe than we anticipated for the bedroom, but it's kind of nice. And we got them for a steal of a deal in the auction. Yay! I can't wait. I can't wait for you guys to see the finished thing. And another thing that is hopefully being updated this week. Again, I had posted this on my story, but in the den, aka the library room, which is forever such a mess. This is literally our dumping ground. If you guys recall, we have been living with the green tape for 1.5 years since we moved in on the drawers, and it was because we just couldn't decide on handles. And also, like, I'm always scared of DIY things, especially because this was another California Closets very pricey install, and I was scared to ruin it, so it just sat undone. And Dan and I were doing the knobs the other day. Got all the little knobs in, and then we had an absolute wreckage happen on this one drawer front. So that's what we get for trying to do it ourselves. When you're not handy, it's just better to go to the professionals. I don't know what to say. Yeah, it totally like flaked out. This was so sad. So we actually had to order a new drawer front from California Closets. So they're coming in later this week, and also very kindly in that same hour they're going to install our drawer pulls. So this will also finally be done, and we can finally forever say goodbye to the green tape, which again was already technically supposed to be done. But here's our cute little drawer pulls. Aren't they pretty? They look so vintage and stunning. And then maybe I'll finally be able to breathe in here. Well, friends, look at us. We're meeting again with yet another vlog with no ending. So here I am with my yogurt and bits. And I've come to bid you adieu. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, friends.
Lots of updates to come in the next weekly vlog. And, you know, as you, thank you for being here. If you made it this far, I love you dearly. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, friends. Bye!